Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we just killed our own guillotine with a sniper artillery knockdown. That was great. Luckily we didn't lose too much. Our Vulcan definitely is going to be the bigger problem. But let's see if we can take down this Ifrit, because we need to get rid of these two. That was 3 hits there. Unfortunately we didn't pierce the armor. Okay. Well, our harasser can go ahead and move around to here. Yeah, there's flames on the way, but I want the evasive pips. And we're going to just kill this Ebon Jaguar. I think it's dead. Right? Yeah, pilot ejection. There we go. The Ebon Jaguar is down. Now we know for a fact that there's only 3 more clan units. I think we can pull this off. Yeah, they're going to use their AMS there, of course. That's not a surprise.
Commander.
Our Hunchback is going to step over here, and I'm going to turn just like that, so that our front arc is aimed a little bit differently, and we are going to look to take out this Ifrit once and for all. It has very little armor left. But we barely hit it. Okay. So these two are going to get another turn. That really sucks. They're going to go for the Chameleon. The Chameleon's armor is okay. Reasonably okay. And they're going to take forever to figure out what they want to do. So in the meantime, we should be thinking about how to handle these guys. Now, this Wyvern is pretty hot already. We may be able to heat it up. Like, I think we can still win this. The question is, how much will it cost to repair the Vulcan, right? The Griffin won't be that much, actually. It took a little bit of internal damage. We'll have to replace the head. But other than that, that shouldn't be too bad. We didn't lose any pilots so far. That's the important thing. I know you're going to go for the Chameleon. That was always what they were going to do there. They were never not going to go for the Chameleon. Just took forever to actually calculate it. And now for the Nidhogg. That has very little left. It's got the PPC and 2 missile weapons. And it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to move over here and attack into this side arc. That's all it's going to do. I guarantee you. So come on, make it happen. It was always what was going to happen. Yep. Our armor held, though. That was the important thing. Okay. Now our Chameleon can move. And I'm going to position the Chameleon, honestly, I think over here. I don't want to get that directionality necessarily. Perhaps if we were to position here instead, that would be side arc. That would be exposing the left side. Yes.
On my way.
I'm okay with it. Okay. We're going to want to fire our medium pulse laser, our small pulse laser, and definitely our medium laser, but not our ER. Too much heat for the ER. Man. Okay, we got him. Good.
I'm taking heat damage.
Yeah, you're fine. So now we need to deal with the Nidhogg. I'm hoping our allies over here will decide to do that. The Blackjack is doing okay. Yeah, they can do that all they want. Blackjack is completely fine. Wyvern moves up, fires this large laser and missiles. The Blackjack's hurting a little more, but that Wyvern heated up. Quite hot.
Standing by.
Which of course means we're going to take the J. Edgar in over here. Actually, I'm going to position it... I'm going to position the J. Edgar over here in the side arc.
Firing full complement on the enemy.
Okay, a little bit of heat there. We'll see what our ally does. Archer moves up, fires on the Nidhogg, it gets AMS'd. It does a little damage, though. Actually, that was a lot of damage, and it got a narc in. Mostly into that rear arc, which is unfortunate. The Blackjack does have its extended torso twist, so we can attack either of these. And I think we're gonna go for that Nidhogg. I want it dead. I'm gonna Vigilance first, though. Okay. That was a lot of frontal damage there. Ultralight Carrier. Structure Exposure. Okay, I'm not sure how useful that truly is, that structure exposure. We're going to back the Centurion off here. I don't like sprinting. I also don't like this directionality. We're going to have to hope that they don't have the range on the Centurion here. We're going to fire the Sniper Artillery in flak mode. Oh, we had an 80% chance.
Target missed.
Sad. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Well, the Harasser is going to move into this position over here. It may die.
Affirmative.
Because these guys are going to come in and attack it. But if it does, that's okay. That was a lot into that Wyvern. Thunderbolt going on the Nidhogg. Is that a kill? Oh, that's very close. A rotor crit, but it's not dead yet. The Hunchy is going to come over here. This is front arc, which isn't necessarily the strong arc for it. But there's very little left on these side arcs.
Locking on target.
It's another 50 damage in. And an ejection. Perfect. Okay. So they're now firing on that Wyvern. I'm okay with this.
Yes, Commander.
The Chameleon is going to make its way up over this way.
Got it.
And we're just going to pot shot this Wyvern from here with our ER medium and otherwise sink heat. That's a hit. I'm actually shocked. I expected it to stray shot us. The Archer moves up. It can now fire with impunity. There's no AMS left. It barely hit, though.
Receiving you.
The J. Edgar is going to stay put, I think. Unless we get into this rear arc. Let's do it. If the vehicle dies, it's not a big deal. Vehicles are expendable. That's additional heat. This guy's a phase 18 mover. The Griffin 2C moves up. Fires on the J. Edgar. That was a lot there.
Reporting. Heavy damage.
Yeah, you're okay.
Good to go.
You're completely fine for right now. We're going to step up with the Blackjack, but remain within the mineral field. We can fire on the Griffin or on the Wyvern, and our hit odds are better on the Wyvern.
Got it.
Okay. We got some internal structure damage there. Firing on the Blackjack? That's perfect. Do it, please. Please fire on the Blackjack. Oh, he just killed himself, I think. Or shut down, at least. That's a shutdown check. Okay. The archers are now going to light him up. That's an arm destruction. Excellent.
I'm here.
I think we're going to take the Harasser up over this way and start lighting up this Griffin.
All right.
Nice. 4 hits. 74 heat.
My flamer is empty.
Let's do it. Okay, allies. What else do we have? Firing on the Wyvern? Please do. Arm destruction, LRM ammo explosion, left torso destruction. Very nice.
Standing by.
Centurion is going to step up over here.
Copy.
I'm not going to fire on the Wyvern with the sniper artillery. I'm actually more interested in firing on the Griffin.
Confirmed. Firing.
Nice.
That could have been worse.
Yeah, that was a perfectly fine hit.
Orders.
The Hunchy will step forward. I'm not sure that it's worth the heat to fire any of this, though. We're pretty overheated with the Hunchy right now. I think we're just going to sink. Okay, the archer steps up, fires on that wyvern. And this is why I wasn't interested in hitting the wyvern. It's honestly going to be super close to dead.
Good to go.
The chameleon can step up here, and I suppose we could go for the wyvern and try to finish it off. Those are by far our best hit odds. Okay, go for it.
Here we go.
Okay. Engine crit there. And an ejection. That works. The wyvern moves up. That was a lot of hits on the harasser. More than I would have liked. But the harasser lived through some miracle.
Internal damage.
Some miracle indeed.
Waiting for
We'll
orders.
accept it. The blackjack is going to step up here.
Affirmative.
And we're going to continue hitting this griffin. We no longer need to be heating up the griffin. And it's now unsteady from that. So it lost its evasive. And that griffin is now super exposed. We're going to step up with our hunchy.
Confirmed.
It's a little out of range, but because it's no longer evasive, these are actually good hit odds.
I copy.
We still missed almost everything. Fair enough.
Waiting for
The
orders.
J. Edgar is now going to scooch around just behind the wyvern here. Although... Actually... He's 15 move. I was thinking about reserving.
Yes, Commander.
As it is, I'm going to position back a little ways here, just in case. If they kill the harasser,
Roger.
they kill the harasser. If they don't, I want to be back so that we can use AoE ammo. Okay. I don't care about the Centurion getting tagged. That's fine.
I'm receiving you.
Because we have to use AoE ammo here, right? So we want to move back like this. And light this guy up with AoE ammo. Hopefully we don't accidentally kill ourselves, but I think we're out of range. Yeah. And I think we're out of flamer ammo now.
Flamer is empty.
Yep. Sounds good. The ultralight carrier firing on that griffin. Nice. That was a very nice hit there.
Commander.
Centurion is going to step forward
Confirmed.
and fire at sniper artillery in direct mode. I'm not going to fire the ER mediums.
Roger.
Ooh, that was a spicy hit right there.
Take that.
I like it. A little bit of damage into that griffin.
Let's hit him hard.
But with those double heatsink destructions... Oh, okay. Yeah, please go for the J. Edgar. The harasser is useless at this point, right? It's just a distraction.
Commander.
The archer is going to fire on that griffin. That is perfect. Was hoping that would be a destruction, but nope.
Commander.
Okay. The chameleon can come in and finish it off. No problem. Let's get into this side arc. It's slightly further away, but I'm willing to risk it. What is our ammo explode chance? 0. Take it. That should be a dead griffin, I think. Didn't quite get the crits we needed. We were very close. The ultralight, maybe? That was still a lot of damage. Okay.
Commander,
The blackjack will finish him, for sure.
moving to position.
That's a knockdown. I really did think that that would be enough. Okay, that's a pilot incapacitation. It was enough.
Standing by.
Perfect. The Centurion is going to step up. And we could fire indirect at the wyvern here. I'm going to risk it. Okay, a little bit of damage there. That was worth it.
Commander.
The J. Edgar is going to scooch in straight behind the wyvern
To position.
and heat him on up.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Excellent. Thunderbolt is going to fire rear arc on that wyvern. Or was that actually side arc? That may have been side arc.
Orders.
Probably should have been rear arc. The Hunchy is going to close in a little bit here, but we can't really do too much. We'll just sink heat. And the Harasser has no flamer ammo. Let's just get out of there. I'm not interested in building the Harasser. Or rather, the repair cost that would bear. Ooh, an engine core crit. That was nice. The Wyvern fires on the J. Edgar. Through some miracle, the J. Edgar survived. Oh, no. Pilot ejection. Okay. You would have been fine, buddy. You would have been fine.
Moving fast.
Because here's the blackjack. Hit that head if you can. And that's a pilot ejection. I've contacted our Davian rep to find out why we weren't told about the extra lance. Let's debrief in orbit, Commander.
Mission.
Yeah, I would be very interested in finding out what was up with that. That cost us a Vulcan. Hopefully the Vulcan can be repaired. The guillotine wasn't a big deal, right? That'll be fine. But let's see. Okay, wonderful. That's some pay. Unfortunately, we didn't get bonus pay for dealing with that. We probably should have. Yeah, that Vulcan is going to need repairs, and that's going to need a full rework, actually. We could grab some Archer parts. I don't know why there are those. Ebon Jaguar. Nothing that we can really grab a full mech of, so I think we're going to roulette those. ATM-3s. Okay. An ER large laser. We did lose a large laser. It's also these clan ERPPCs. I'm going to grab both of them. Clan large pulse laser. That's nice. So that's something I'm going to grab. Do I have any ammo for it? That would be worth dropping an ERPPC. Oh, wow. 4 tons of ammo. Yeah, that is worth dropping an ERPPC for. Maybe we get the ERPPC from roulette. Do we want the Inferno? Or the regular? That does... It's 5 shots per ton. How much damage does it deal, though? 90% of weapon damage. Okay. Whereas this does 50 heat damage. We're going to take the Long Tom ammo. Maybe we get the Inferno ammo. Okay, we got an Ebon Jaguar part. We did get the ERPPCs. Flare AMS, we're keeping that for sure. An SRM-6, get out of here. Basic cockpit. Actually, we'll keep that just in case we need it. Engine Core 180, we can sell that to help pay off our repair costs, which will be extensive. Sensor probe, machine gun ammo. Okay, 4 tons of Streak SRM ammo. We'll keep that too. But hey, we got a Long Tom artillery. That's 30 tons. Now, that's a big, big artillery, right? That's a 10 hex radius. So we'll have to be very careful when using it. And I'm not sure that we get that thing on a Centurion. We'll probably have to wait until we get a heavier fire support mech to be able to mount that. But I definitely want to. Honestly, I don't think the Vulcan will be totaled. We'll see. Maybe it is. Even if it is, that's not the end of the world. Yeah. No, oops. I meant to click yes. Okay. I hope that didn't lose us vehicles. That was a mistake. Okay, here's the J. Edgar. And the Harasser. They both appear to be fine. Good. Well, I guess we'll need to manually repair. We kind of wanted to do that anyway. So that's a thing. We'll definitely repair all and max out this armor. And we will, of course, make sure that all of our armor is maxed out here. That was definitely my mistake on not accepting Yang's proposal there. Oh well, it looks like the vehicles are fine. So that was what I was mostly concerned about. Okay, the Panther shouldn't actually need a refit. I don't know why I went in this. We didn't deploy the Panther. The Panther's fine. Awkward. Technically, we could upgrade that PPC to an ER, but I think it's okay. The Hunchback, we'll go ahead and refit. Do we want to work on the Hunchback a little more heavily right now? We could pop in a double heatsink kit here. We would have to drop all of these heatsinks. How many external heatsinks do we require? 2. Okay. So we'd have to drop all of these. And we'd want to max this armor. We'd probably want to get ferrofibrous armor here. I'll use clan ferrofibrous armor because we... invalid location. Okay, it's not that. I'll put clan ferrofibrous armor on here because I'm concerned about slots right now. And let's see what we've got for double heatsinks. We've got 4. Okay, we can slot the double heatsinks, say, here, here, and that'll do for right now. Now, I've got 14 tons remaining here. So, I definitely want to upgrade our engine from a 200 to a 300. There we go. Now we've got 1 ton remaining, but this thing is way faster, and it's far more heat efficient. Like, this thing actually is impossible to overheat, to the point where we may want to consider putting in some ER lasers. Let's see, do we have any ER mediums? I don't think so. Ah, we don't have any ER mediums. Well, this does mean that this thing is going to scooch around a lot faster, so that is a good thing. The Hunchback, its main weakness has been its speed. We can put in a 3rd double heatsink here. Not like we need it. Alternatively, we could toss on an AMS flare. I don't mind that. Alternatively, we could drop this double heatsink that we don't need, and instead put in a, say, medium pulse laser. And then we have 0.336 tons to work with. We have to have these 2 double heatsinks. I don't think we can get this any closer to the 50 tons with this setup. Maybe if we were to drop a little bit of leg armor, like, say, drop this down something like 112 and 112, like that. That gives us half a ton. We could put a small laser in the head. That could work. 112 and 113. Yeah, that's as close as we're going to get. Do it. Excellent. So there's a Hunchback rework. I like it.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Okay, the Chameleon, all I'm going to do here is just re-up the armor. Surprisingly, the Chameleon is doing great. Let's get that armor fully re-upped here. Dropped one in the CT for some reason. Okay. Sweet, sweet additional leg armor. So this is slightly overweight here. We'll drop a little bit in these legs for now. Technically, it should be like 112 and 113, it looks like. Yeah. Do it. Excellent.
Right.
Okay. The Vulcan is going to need a lot more work. Like, it's going to need to be fully reworked. So first off, let's repair. Excellent. So that was an Engine Core 240 previously. Do we have an Engine Core 240 to put in? We do. Okay, that's great. And then we also had ferrofibrous and endosteel structure on here. Actually, we have an extra clan ferrofibrous. We may as well use that. Okay, max out that sweet, sweet armor. And what are we lacking here? We've got the light rotary rifle. What else did we lose? A double heatsink kit. Do we have a DHS kit? Oh, we have a clan heatsink kit. Does that count? I'm not sure if that counts. Does that? Yeah, it converts it to use clan double heatsinks. I don't think that works. So we're going to have to run a single heatsink for right now. That said, our heat efficiency is pretty good currently. Now, what else do we need in this? How did we have the tonnage for the large laser? Because we were running an XL engine. That's why. Okay, so do we have an engine XL? I believe we should. Maybe. I think we just used that on our Hunchy. We have a Gyro XL. That gives us 3 tons to work with. Okay. I can work with that. We've got a medium pulse laser here already. How many free heat sinks do we get? 1. Okay. Noted. So we're going to put a long top... No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding about that. No, we're probably just going to put in like a medium pulse laser over here. And then we've got some space for a free heatsink. And then we can put in a second heatsink and then go for armor. Or we can just drop this heatsink and go for the armor. Now, this is not necessarily the best loadout. I'm aware of this. But it'll do for its job, I suppose. 0.268 tons, huh? I would not mind having claws in here. Claw hand actuators. Oh yeah, we do need hand actuators to run that. Never mind, that's not going to be a thing. We don't have hand actuators in this mech. So what else do we want to do? Well, we could put in SLDF sensors. I think absolutely no reason not to. And then 0.268 tons remaining. I mean, this thing's melee damage is still going to be pretty good at 140. It's not great, but it'll be okay. We could put in machine guns. That is an option, but we would almost certainly... Well, actually, clan machine guns do have that weight reduction, right? We could put in a clan machine gun over here. We'd be lacking tonnage for ammo, but we could have this jump jet be in the center. And put in a half ton of machine gun ammo, say, over here. That could work. Okay, do it. So that's going to cost us another 500,000 C-bills, but that's not really a problem. All things considered, I think we made out with a profit on this. I mean, the guillotine needs some work, but that won't be too bad. And the reason our cash is going to be lower, of course, is because we reworked the Hunchy. We didn't have to do that. So we'll replace the head here, and that was the FCS energy accuracy that we lost, which is super unfortunate. Super unfortunate indeed, but that is pretty much all we've got. So we'll hit that repair all button, we'll hit the max armor button, and we'll just get this armor as maxed out as she gets. Something along the lines of this. Are we going to need to drop a little bit of armor? Maybe. A tiny amount. There we go. Perfect. So how long will this all take to actually do? Well, quite a while. We've got 3 mechs that are being pretty heavily worked. And yeah, the Vulcan is going to be 15 days, the Guillotine is going to be 17 days, and the Hunchy is going to be 7 days, so it'll be a while. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll get these mechs repaired and get out there again. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.